life and career of the late Glenn Ford. Ford passed away August 30th. He was 90 years old. Today we're remembering Ford's 50-plus year acting career with some of his most notable performances. Up next, Glenn Ford stars with Anne Francis in the landmark film from MGM in 1955, Blackboard Jungle. Well, we've seen the story before. An idealistic young teacher takes a job in a tough inner-city school where the unruly kids run the show and most of the teachers are already burned out. But back in 1955, nobody had seen the story before. Writer-director Richard Brooks based his script on a novel by Evan Hunter, inspired by Hunter's own experiences as a teacher in the South Bronx. And for the first time ever, this film dealt with a stark new kind of reality that Hollywood had not dared to touch before. This was definitely not your sugar-coated movie about teens and the high school prom. Glenn Ford was the perfect actor for the role because when he's idealistic, you believe him. When he's frustrated, you believe him. And when he gets mad as hell, you really believe him. Unfortunately, in the film, what you won't believe is that many of the actors are high school students. The kids are played by guys like 28-year-old Sidney Poitier, 25-year-old Paul Mazursky, and in his big screen debut, 26-year-old Vic Morrow. These guys are all well past their acne years, but you can't have everything, of course. From 1955, here is Glenn Ford in Richard Brooks's Blackboard Jungle. More than anything else, writer-director Richard Brooks wanted to give Blackboard Jungle an edge. He wanted it to be gritty. He wanted it to feel real. And to help give his movie that feel, Brooks decided to use that wild and crazy music that adults just couldn't stand, called rock and roll. I'm sure most of you recognize the opening theme to Blackboard Jungle was the now classic Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley and his Comets. Brooks found the song in the record collection of Glenn Ford's 9-year-old son, Peter. Brooks was visiting the Ford house, heard Peter playing the song, and decided to use it in the movie, driving sales of the record into the millions. So give a music consultant credit to Glenn Ford's young son. Coming up next, our all-day tribute to the life and career of Glenn Ford continues with one of Ford's first comedic roles.